Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm making a Terrazzo type set of earrings. I wanted to go with a monochrome theme on this one. And they didn't quite turn out how I wanted, so I'm going to be doing this again with some different colors, but I'm going to keep it monochrome. I wanted more space in between my pieces, and I didn't get that because the purple that I put on top was too thick. So next go around I will make it thinner so that it does not spread out as much, therefore giving me more black space in between each section. This is all Primo clay, various tools that I had, and then I used some pieces from geodes that I had. I love geodes, they're a favorite of mine. I have been buying the crack your own geode or break your own geode things that you can get for many years. I also buy them whenever we go to the mountains and stuff, and you find the places where you can buy them or whatnot. But that's what I use on top of it. So, lesson learned here. I kind of figured and assumed that when I put the varnish on top of the rocks that it would dull them, or crystals, whatever you want to call them. They're crystals. That it would dull them and not give me the sparkle that they originally had. And of course, that is what happened. I am going to go back and add some E6000 in small places and put more crystals on there and not do any coating. If I was going to bake it with the transparent or liquid clay, then I would feel safer, varnishing over it. But to avoid the varnish, I'm going to use E6000 because I love that glue. I know that it's not great for you, but it is the best craft glue I have ever found for securing things properly and keeping them that way. So that's what I'm going to go back and do to these pieces. On the next pieces, I will know ahead of time to varnish everything and then add the crystals with the E6000 last. So various colors mixed together of just the purple and white to get my shades. I had 6 different shades, cut them into pieces. I wasn't trying to go for the whole triangle shape on everything, but it just kept happening. And I know that I could have taken more time to have, not so many triangle shapes, but it didn't work out that way. So, yeah. was trying to figure out what shapes I wanted. And once again, I went back to this stencil that I stole from my kids because I like the shapes that are in it. I do plan on getting my machine out and designing and cutting with the stencil material that I have for my silhouette. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But when I do, if you'd like for me to record it and make you a video on it, leave me a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to. With the leftover pieces that I had here, I had planned on making some swirled lentil beads with it. They swirled fine, but they didn't turn out like I wanted because there was just too much black. If I would have taken the time to add a couple of more pieces of purple to them and then swirl them, I think I would have gotten better results. I mean, I know I would have gotten better results, but I think it would have been more of what I was looking for ultimately. They didn't turn out horrible. They just weren't right for this project, in my opinion. So I went ahead and baked them and put them away, and I will use them when the time comes. These are some needles that I got from Sewology. I ordered them online, and I was looking at them because I wanted something to make holes with without having to buy a bead hole reamer, whatever, and I didn't want to have to keep drilling them. This worked rather well, and I have a bunch of different sizes to use later if I want. Next time though, I will use maybe like cornstarch on the needle to help it, glide more, because it sticks to these metal needles rather well. So that's why I swapped to a toothpick to do the rest of them. Here I'm just putting in some pilot holes to make drilling easier. I have taken my Dremel and I put the drill bit in it, and it is difficult to keep it in the correct spot that it needs to be without it sliding when it's turned on. I set my drill bit on top of the piece where I need it, and the piece is on a block of wood, and I hold it there with a little bit of pressure, and then I will switch my drill on and it will drill down into the piece without it moving, making the hole in the wrong place or bigger, and it just works better for me that way. all of these beads have sat for about 2 days before I poked holes in them. It was not intentional by any means. Things came up and I wasn't able to get back to them for about 2 days. So the lentil beads have had plenty of time to set, and even though they have had time to sit and cool off, they still distorted a little bit when I did the holes in them. It wasn't horrible, but I still do not like making lentil beads with holes all the way through them. I think from here on out, I'm just going to make them and put a screw eye pin in them so that they can dangle instead of being more of a bead. I like that look better. I just can't get these to be drilled and be satisfied with them, or have a hole in them and be satisfied with them. So now everything is baked and I'm taking it off. And I always forget to do these steps in order. And that is why you will pretty much always see me do them out of order. I get in a hurry and want to get the pieces done, and then I forget, oh, I need to varnish them. And then I think, oh, I need to put holes in them. But wait, I haven't cleaned them. So I usually work backwards, which is a lot more time consuming, but eventually the job gets done. So I clean the pieces with acetone. I know a lot of people use alcohol. I don't like using alcohol once it's baked because in my opinion it doesn't do much, and I just want to hurry up and get it done. Acetone, a couple of swipes, and whatever you're going after is gone. Now when you are making your pieces before you bake them, alcohol will work well, 91%, but afterwards I have to use acetone because I don't have the patience to just continuously rub these things. So I clean them, then I varnish them. Or no, see? I clean them, then I drill the holes, then I varnish them. Maybe one day I'll get it together. Okay, so as far as the pieces go, I tried to make this very simple. I didn't want to grab a bunch of different colored beads and options because I believe I've said it before, but a confused mind says no, and I get easily confused on what I want to do. It's hard for me to decide when I have so many options. I like the silver beads, but in this particular set, I didn't give myself a lot of options to choose from because everything is Terrazzo. It's all black and it's all purple except for the swirled lentil beads that are more black than anything. I had thought about making some solid colored beads and pieces to go along with this, but once I started with these silver beads using those, I like the way that looks, so I just went ahead and used them. If I didn't like the silver beads though, I was going to go back and use the purple clay and make some just solid colored shapes to use with these. my supplies in my videos have come from Amazon or Hobby Lobby. That's the only two places I've really bought from because I find what I need on there. Most of the stuff has come from Amazon because I do have Prime and I like the 2-day shipping, although that's not the case right now. But I haven't really needed anything, so I have plenty of things to work with. But typically when I do, I'll look on Amazon first. If it's something that I need immediately, then I'll go to the store and get it. Other than that, though, just about everything has come from Amazon. I was going to cut this part out, but I thought you guys might want to see my thought process of how I figure out what I'm going to do. It takes a while, and I typically cut it out because it does take so long, which I could speed it up, but if I speed it up so much, then you can't even see what I'm doing, so there's no point in that. Gotten into these earrings that using the flat back. I really like those, and I just use some E6000 here in a minute to glue them on there. I've tried super glue. Super glue does not hold as well or as long. I forcibly try to take it off to see how strong the hold is, and they always pop off. So I've started using the E6000 because it holds, and it's very, very difficult to get off. I haven't been able to pull one off yet, so that's why I continue to use it. I have also thought about giving away pieces that I've made because I have boxes of jewelry sitting aside that is doing nothing but sitting there. I made a bunch for the craft fairs that we had coming up, and then it was just stormy and the craft fairs didn't happen. So I still have the jewelry. I thought it would be nice to give back to my subscribers, and I love doing giveaways. So let me know if that's something you'd like. that's about it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below if there's anything else that you'd like to see or any suggestions that you have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.